Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Twitchi and we are going to play a little bit of Dyson Sphere program, Rise of the Dark Fog. They're bad guys, don't worry about that. We're going to hit new. This is a bit of a factory building game, much like the Factorio, Sandistry, Shapes 2, or Shapes of the original if you like. I don't know exactly what galaxy I'm looking for here. I think I just want something that, wait, that one there, with a blue star somewhere nearby. I have no idea what these actually mean about this. About the gameplay by having different stars around. This is my first, I wouldn't say blind playthrough, but the first time that I've actually played this all the way through. I don't know exactly what it is I'm trying to look for here. No. Okay, we've got a B-type star directly attached to us. Big shout out to Zed, by the way, for getting me into this game, and now I'm playing it on my own. I've got metadata available. I have no idea what that means. We've got a whole bunch of stuff down the side here. I'm just going to hit go. We are indeed, I'm going to have like key points explained to me because, as I say, this is not my blind playthrough, but this is the first time that I will be trying to complete it all the way through. The universe, it's where we live, you know. And that's me, I believe. I believe that's me. Seeds, everything evolves in iterations. That's kind of how evolution works.
Into infinity and beyond.
Getting a bit Buzz Lightyear. So as I say, it's a factory builder with a bit of a wider scope than we would normally imagine from most factory builders. We build on planets, we're trying to take over the galaxy. It's nice and simple. There are bad guys out there that we have to worry about, as you can see. That will probably be taken care of in this first episode, which I think we're just going to get a starter base and maybe some sort of basic defenses together. Hopefully going to keep the factory all nicely laid out so that you and me can understand exactly what's going on, even after I go away and come back for a week, as I do have to do with my university-laden life as it is right now. The dark fog is riding, the stars are dimming. I like the stars to shine though, if that's okay. I would really like them.
Will embark on a new journey.
I mean, that's great, but can we actually start on the journey? That would be cool. Sometimes these intros, they really get a little bit long. Hey, we are arriving in the target system. That's cool. We're going for this nice G-type star over there, a bit like the sun.
Welcome to the real universe.
It's not. I'm in the real universe. This is the simulated one.
You'll find this place different from our homeland.
I don't know what the homeland is like, so that's all right.
You should be able to adapt to the laws of physics here in no time. I'm your advisor. I will assist you in completing this mission.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Advisor. That's exactly what I need. We get a little bit close to the big burning ball of hotness. I'm not sure about that. Of course, not actually burning, it's fusing. But, you know, we like to use the analogy of burning.
Everything here belongs to you.
Thank you.
As
all the light touches.
Pioneer of the Dyson Sphere program, you will explore this cluster from ground zero.
Nice.
Make use of the resources available here.
That looks like a nice planet there, not the blue one, the one behind it. Could I go there?
To maintain homeland simulation.
Okay, looks like that is actually where we're going. That's cool.
I've chosen a planet for the mission, and there are essential resources for the initial development. Now, please pilot the space capsule toward this planet.
You say pilot. I've got literally no control here. All I can do is, like, I can't even click. I can't look at this on this above my engine there. There's something big and scary on the backside of this planet. I am not about it. I like the way that we're only like 100 meters away, 1,000 meters. That's only a kilometer. Wait a minute. What is the scale of this universe? I've only just realized how tiny everything is.
Unknown EM signals detected. Extracting feature variables.
Look, that's the thing I was just talking about.
Those are highly likely anomalous mechanical bodies from the Mechanic Energy Program. Engineers call them dark fog. Dark fog is extremely sensitive to EM signals under a regular pattern, so they may launch an assault on us. To stay low profile, we will land on the other side of this planet.
Okay, grey goo comes at you if you use too much power. I think we can deal with that. Grey goo is a thing, of course. Bam! Thank you and welcome. I am this thing in here. I think I can change my colors and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some wood. I'm going to queue up some different missions to do here. Like, there's various things that I need to do to advance my life. One of them is to grab a little bit of iron ore. And now what I've done is I've done a little bit silly because I've queued up this iron ore vein here. And it's going to carry on until I take away all 12,100 bits one at a time. Doesn't doesn't seem like a winner there, so let's do this. The guy really would like me to disassemble my own spacecraft, so let's queue that up as well. There's a whole bunch of tutorials here. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just far too confident in our own abilities here, so we will take that.
To collect resources like wood or gravel.
I am already over it, Mr. Advisor, man. Thank you very much, but I think we're going to just carry on. This is taking a long time. Okay, so I've managed to get some iron, some magnets, some coppers and stuff like that from there. So the game is not entirely played. Excuse me, can you shut up, please? I'm going to wait until he finishes. Okay, he's like, go check your inventory, but I would like to actually draw your attention to our goals on the left-hand side here. I've already gone and got myself a whole bunch of copper ore. Then I'm going to go get a bunch of iron ore. The copper ore not as needed as the iron ore at this point of the game. Okay, so to be able to do stuff, my gosh, dude, actually, I would like you to shut up at this point. I thought I only asked for, like, the most important of importance, and they're like, actually, we're going to give you the full tutorial. Okay. So we've got a whole bunch of buttons down here. The middle one here is research. We need to get some electromagnetism unlocked. I will go activate, and we're going to use items in our inventory. Now, one of the things that we picked up, in fact, I should show you the inventory. I could either press, what are these buttons? This button here, or I can use the E button. No, that's the E button here. The F button actually brings up our construction queue, if you will, and you can see to do the research we need 10 of these. Down the bottom, I'm going to turn that all the way up to 10. We managed to get 10 of these magnets, and now we just combine them with the copper ingot. We go produce, and you can see magnets, copper. Did we not pick up magnets? Okay, well I'm producing out of iron ore then. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. If we have a look, you can see iron ore into magnets, and then we combine that magnet with a copper ingot, and of course the copper ingots come from the copper ore here. Nice and simple technology trees there, and as you can see, we are working on the technology as we do that. I'm just going to literally carry on picking up iron ore because it is the most important part of this part of the game, or at least as far as I'm aware. If I press C though, you can see that we've got some other things that we're worrying about, like we've got some fuel for my craft. Oh, before we talk about that, look at that. One of the things is unlocked. That's great. This gives us access to power production, power transmission, and mining, which, like, these all seem like very important things, but most importantly, I mean, I say most importantly, let's get some power up and running. As you can see, I put down a blueprint, along goes a little robot from my robot. We've got robots all the way down here, and it goes and puts a wind turbine up. Beautiful. The next thing I want to do is kind of see if I can't mine all of these iron ore at once. With a nice little mining machine here, I can spin it around by pressing R, or if I press shift, I can actually do very small nudges on the turn, and I think that's the best we can do for setting this up. Dude, could you please just stop talking for a moment? Oh man, he goes on for so long. But you can see we've got a little bit of a warning here. The core energy is exhausted, and we need to kind of refuel somehow. The way we refuel at the moment is by wood. I'm sure hope that I'm actually like smart enough to turn this guy down when it comes to the edit, because oh man, you were just talking all over me, mate, and it's not me talking over you. No. Anyway, we've got some wood here. I'm going to put it in the fuel chamber, and you can see immediately we start burning up the amount of fuel. I've got a generation rate and I've got a cost rate there. As long as the generator is above the cost, we're going to build up some stores here. It's all very good. Anyway, I was trying to put down a little mechanism for mining here, and of course we need to put the power transmission next to it, else it doesn't know what to do. Okay, power is turning, power is rolling. You can see that we're making some more ore here. I can shift click and grab it. If I also control click, it will also grab stuff out of there. Of course, in almost every oh man, dude, really, can you please not? In almost every factory building game like this, you end up with conveyors to pull stuff out of here, and we will do so. Dude, I really wanted just the highlights. You are really going over the top here. Okay, I let him shut up. That's in fact, I waited so long that there's something else I want to point out. Look, planetary base. That's that thing they was talking about on the other side of the planet, and it's a 0.3% threat. When that gets up to 100, they're coming for me. They are coming for me. Anyway, the next goal is unlock, or I could see I'm going to have troubles with this, unlock automatic metallurgy. I don't know why that suddenly tripped me up there, but I think we can do that. There's a whole bunch of upgrades up here. Is this what I'm looking for? Universe exploration and mecha core. I don't think either of those are what I'm actually after. Energy shield, also good. Maybe we should get the energy shield and the mecha core up and running at some point, but that's not what we're after. It has asked us very specifically for automatic, where are you? Metallurgy, that's the one. Activate that. Got a little bit more research to do here. You can see that we've got 10 of those in my inventory already. No, wait, why is it telling me we've got 10 when we don't? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to produce 10 of these circuits here. Get back to mining some iron because like we've got time to wait while we're doing things. In fact, I might go and mine some copper, as it does look like maybe copper is one of the things that I'm going to run out of. The next thing that we need to do, of course, is to try and put another mining down. But as you can see, it's telling me that I do not have a copy of this machine. So if I press F and come over to the buildings, there's the machine. I'm going to just, I don't know, we can make 12 of them. You can tell by the top corner there. I'm going to make 10 because it's the most you can make at any one time. And after it does all of these, I will end up with 10 of these mining machines. I'd also like to get a couple more. I can only produce 5, so I'm going to make 5 wind turbines. And can I make any of these? Or can produce one of them? We'll have to look into what's stopping me making these Tesla towers. Of course, the wind turbine producing power, Tesla towers transferring. Okay, we got the metallurgy. This episode is probably going to be a lot of me just talking through everything that I'm doing. I'm hoping as we get further on into the season here that I will end up doing a lot of jump cuts. We go, oh, and now I'm going to set this up, and I set that up, and I bring you back and I show you what I did. But right now, we're just going to have to go through all of this stuff together. So smelt ores using the arc smelter. Now I instantly have to stop and think. Okay, we got our iron here, we've got our copper here. I like to set up my equivalent of the bus. Dude, please just stop. I like to set up the equivalent of my resource bus around the equator. For no reason, then I just know where it is at that point. So I'm going to go with that. Whoa, thank you very much. I don't know which way is north. Is there some sort of button that I can press that orientates my map north-south? If there is, I don't know what it is. I guess this is it here. So we've already gone ahead and won, if you will, some of these smelteries. So the materials are going to come out of my iron here, and I'm going to just set up a little bit of an iron production facility over this way. We're only going to do one of them for the moment because there's no power. Okay. That's a thing to worry about. I need to keep getting more of these. I'm sure I asked for more of them to be made. Thank you very much. Oh, and here we go. We have a queue problem. We have a queue problem. Now, these are almost done, so I'm going to just cancel the wind turbines and put them in afterwards because I really need the Tesla towers. Like they are my top priority right here. In fact, I'm even going to stop the miners and then go for another 10 of those like that. I'm still running out of fuel. Now there's several ways of fueling my craft, and is one of the other ways around I want to show you, because we have been going around and ripping up trees and using the power of organic matter to power my craft, right? I don't know, my mech, whatever this is. Is this me? Am I sat inside this thing? I don't know what is actually going on here, but we've been getting this and popping that in there. But there's other materials, like for instance, there is this organic crystal that it happens to come out of some of the materials that we've been mining, the trees and stuff. That also burns. That's cool. I'm sure there's a proper use for it, but I don't know what that is right now. And we can also use plant fuel, which again, I don't know if there's a proper use for it, but that works out quite well for me. We've already picked up a whole bunch more organic matter here. I wonder if I keep getting rid of organic matter, if we end up picking up more of it. Okay, well anyway, during that waffle time, I've actually managed to get enough parts together to build another one of these Tesla towers, which is kind of like an important part here. And I would like to select the recipe. Bam! This is now going to produce Let me put that in there. It's going to produce iron plates, iron ingots from the iron ore, which is cool. That's exactly what we want. I feel like this is set up in the wrong order because they're now like do the basic assembling. I don't want to do the basic assembling. I want to do the basic logistics. I think getting conveyor belts sorted first is kind of far more important. But seriously, what are these asking? I want one of those. That's going to make my mecha have better batteries and movement speeds and stuff like that. And then down here, energy shield. No, we're not doing that yet because I don't have access to those materials. And what about universe exploration? That's also a problem with materials. So I can press Control click and it takes out the iron ingots that we just had. If we also let's do this. I need gears and circuit boards. Let's set them up. It's trying. I'm gonna go 10 of those, beautiful, and then 10 gears. We've not got that set up to 10. Let's do that. And I'm gonna take a breather because I have been non-stop chatting since I got here, and I need take a breath. Okay, so I've made some wind towers, I've made some arc smelters, I've made some Tesla towers, and I've done the research. Beautiful. The basic logistics systems is ours. Look, we can even do this straight away, like instantly pull out one of these. Wait, no. What's going on there? That's
Use a conveyor belt to transport ores collected.
I don't need you to tell me how to use conveyor belts. I thank you very much for being so considerate, but my gosh, buddy, like know when you're needed and when you're not. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit much. It's a bit much. I'll tell you what is also a bit much: the fact that I need to build these. Don't worry, we'll make a small little place to build things like conveyor belts and sorters and ideally splitters as well, but we'll talk about those in a little bit. Now you can see we've got a problem. How do we shut you up? We've got a little bit. Oh my god, he's moved straight onto something else. Okay, all right, he's finally done. So one of the problems that I was about to point out is the fact that we have a little bit of a lightning bolt showing up on top of all our stuff. As you can see, we are only actually providing half the power that we need to. Now, thankfully, at this point of the game, with one generator up, doubling our power output is not too difficult. I'm just like, boom, double power. Now, I wonder if I can put that there. Now, because the circles don't overlap, we should now have like a third over. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. That's a bit of mathematics live on program there. And put one of those like that. Beautiful. Okay, all right. We should have a lot of power ticking over here, and we're making ourselves some belts. Did I make the belts? I did make the belts. That's beautiful. I want to pull this off down this way. And then I probably want to do the same on the other side, but that's for a small reason, not quite as important as the iron ingots that we've got here, but I do definitely, the powering this side is a little bit of a problem. I'm going to overlap, that's fine. It's not ideal, but it is fine. So you might be like, hey, you're making double the iron ingots here? No, I'm not. I'm going to make these magnetic cores. That's what we're about on this side. So we've got two buildings pulling off of the same belt here. I'm sure that is going to mean that at some point we end up having supply issues from this machine, but you know, that would be cool. Something else that we can do: press shift click and then just copy the whole stuff out. Copy the whole building over, but you can see that it's telling me I'm lacking an item. It's these. I'm missing the sorters. If I double click that, it will bring up my replication crew, queue, not crew, though the replication crew is also big in this area. And I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of these just so I can like actually build the craft that I want, facility that I want, the craft that I want. I'm not playing Kerbal now, what am I doing? And then maybe these out here like that. Maybe these out here like this. Okay, now that's as far as that goes. Well, there we go. We've got our first little production facility done. Ooh-wee. These are going to move on to other... Why have I lost my middle click? There we go. These are going to move on to bigger and better things. We're going to make ourselves a little factory over there somewhere or something. I don't like how much water is available this way. Maybe maybe I should have gone that way. Maybe we will turn around. Let me just have a look at the map. A bit flatter going this way. Seriously, what is up with my map all of a sudden? I need to take a moment to clean my mouse, I think. Okay, that's a little better. Let's go back to the map view. Yeah, maybe that way is the way I should have gone. Look at all this like free space that we've got. Okay, well we can turn this place around. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that right now, in fact. So I'm going to end up picking up a whole bunch of stuff from the facility, but that's okay. I could definitely do with more of these materials. Now, my plan is to actually, if we come in this way and pick up the materials as quickly as I can, I'm hoping that now I can press up and you can see, yeah, actually my mouse is starting to have troubles. You can see that we can try and go over the top of everything here, apart from that's too steep, so we're not going to go that way. That is a little unfortunate. Maybe if we go this way and then up two, we can go that way, and we're just going to carry on. That's now my belt. That's where the facility leads. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I am aware. Thank you very much. We'll just make a whole bunch of those, and once we start making our way over there, one of the first things we're going to do is build a conveyor factory. Like that's definitely one of the first things we need to do. I do need to get the copper up and running first, though. In fact, I am going to take a moment to be quiet and basically just build this over there for that. And one thing this game doesn't do that almost every other game I've ever played does is tell you sort of how many smelters you want per mining machine or stuff like that. How many smelters per belt, I think, might be the better way to think about it. And it just doesn't do that. Yes. Anyway, whilst this is doing manual research, let's grab a whole bunch of these. That should be fine. Okay, so the research that we're doing right now is our mecha core level. Next, we've got to do the basic assembly, even though it tells us to do the electromagnetic matrix, because somehow me jumping the objectives completely messed up the order here. So I mean that's fine, I guess. I just kind of thought maybe a well-programmed game wouldn't have such failings, shall we say. I need all of these furnaces, so let's make as many of those as we can. And of course, after that, man, the assembler machines are where it's at, right? Okay, there's the mecha tech. You can see I've got more core energy, my more durability, and my lasers a little bit better. Lasers. It's all about the lasers. Though I am noticing maybe we've got a little bit of a power issue. Okay, that's fine. That is, at least dealable. I'm not sure about fine, but we can make it work. Beautiful. I mean, we're gonna need more than that. Definitely gonna need more than that, but this will do. Okay, excuse me, clear my throat. A little bit of research has just come in there. It's actually one of the most important pieces of research. You can see that we have got ourselves the assembler building. In fact, we've got one here, but I would really like to make more if we can. Go ahead and make all 10 that are available to me there. Also, core fuel. What have I got to burn here? Let's throw some logs in, some more logs, a bit of plant matter. That seems pretty good. So, this assembler building, what does it do? Well, would you believe it does a little bit of assembly? I know, absolutely crazy. I'm actually going to want to put 2 of these down here, and you will see immediately why. Hopefully, I need some more of these as well. Let's make those. You might be seeing why suddenly everything is quite important here. I'm going to grab one of these, pop it up there, and this guy is going to be making gears. Why the gears? No power, of course, no power. Wait. I gotta sort the power issues out here. Let's too far away. Foundation required. Something. Yep, that right there would be good. Thank you. So this guy is gonna make the assembly machines, and then this one is going to make in the buildings. I need a conveyor belt. I just need the conveyor belt. The need is strong, as I'm sure you can imagine. Oh my gosh, look at all the things that we need to wait for. Let's cancel that, make 10 of those, and then however many of these we could make. Okay, let's just do that in the right order, and then we can actually get on and make other things. F to get rid of that. Thank you very much. So the cogs go from the assembly machine into the other assembly machine that's making conveyor belts, and then we get some plates going in there. I don't know which one's going to be the bottleneck here, but I'm sure one of them will end up being. We also get storage, which I don't have many of here. In fact, I don't have any. I can produce 2. We will make 2. That's going to be kind of handy. Let's once again do that, and thanks very much. We'll just see how long this takes. Been picking up titanium. That's interesting. Don't really need that, but it's part of my equipment now. Let's take a moment to sort out my inventory here. See if there's anything that we do or don't need. Just about everything, really. To be honest, just about everything. Well, anyway, I've got a storage container here. I'm going to put this down here, and I am going to. I have built a depot. Please don't tell me all about it. I don't need you to tell me. What I do need to do though is limit the amount that we're making. If we just let this machine run and run and run, it would fill this entire thing up with stacks of 300, and I'd have more belts than I could ever deal with. And so we're just gonna leave that like that. So there we go. That's our first production facility done. I'm gonna take these belts. Brilliant. So obviously the next thing we need to build is of course these, but we need a plate and we need a circuit board. I don't have circuit boards right now, so we need to make a circuit board facility, which look at all this room over here. I think this is where we're going to make the circuit board facility. Now the problem that we have is that I don't have a way of splitting this conveyor belt as of yet. So let's actually go into the technology tree. Look at this one over here. I need to make 100 of these things. You know what? I don't know if I can. Oh, I actually can't? Yeah, okay. Well, to be able to make splitters, I need to be able to unlock that technology. So let's right-click that. Where do we reckon? There. This is where we get that technology. Let's do that. It's even asking me to do that. Okay, so I will do this technology thing that we are talking about. Let's open up this button here. I want 10 of these. I can't produce any of them. Let's grab all of this off the belt over here if I can. Is that 10? All right, produce 10 of those. And then what's the other thing we need is 10 magnets. Do we have the ability? We do have the ability. So now I just need to wait for these to I want to say cook through, but that's really not what's going on here to produce. Let's go around and tidy up our little area here. There's like bits of stone everywhere and things like that. I want to turn this into... Oh, there's iron over here. That's going to be a little bit awkward. I was about to say I want to turn this into my my circuit production facility, but that's going to be a little bit awkward like that. But here comes the tech anyway. So let's grab some logs whilst we are just sat around waiting. Is that all of it complete? I think it might actually be all of it complete. That is beautiful. Is everything working out well? I'm wondering if really what we could do is to bring these two lines close together and then just make... You know what? I'm going to do it. I don't need what I was doing there. Let's stop. I want to build one of these because of course, like there's starter bases and then there's mega bases, and mega bases need entire production facilities for things, whereas starting bases, well, we just need to make a couple, right? So we put that in there and we put this in here, and then I'm going to grab another conveyor and use that like this to hopefully be able to output. Can you do this? There we go, output there. And I'll be like, hey, could you please make me some of these? Thank you so much. When we get around to making a bunch, we will then break these off the side. When I get the splitters is what I'm saying, I will completely destroy this area here. And it's like, hey, you can build this matrix lab now. That's cool. We will get round to that, I am sure. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull these in, and then you can be there, but I want you to go back up to floor 2 for preference, so that we can... I can't go up to floor 2 without connecting to everything. So why not? Max slope 1. There we go. Get that back in line here. There we go. That's all we want there. Now I can get this close to this. Let me take... I don't want to take one of those. I want... Unfortunately, it tends to remember what you've been trying to do if you... You see how it's got all of the ins and outs there? I don't want all those ins. I just want a normal one. Why won't you let me place down a normal one? Okay, it turns out I had to press the quote button to get rid of them, which is kind of interesting. The single quote, you know. Let's put this into here. Stop. What's happened here? I don't want to make you at all. What I want to make is this. Brilliant. Thank you. Because these need to be on standby. I don't want this to go that way either. I want you to get as close to this as possible. And that's the sorters being made, produced, and stored. Okay, yay starter base. That is exactly what we needed there. All right, that's good. That's good. Can I go and pick a bunch of these up? Bam! Suddenly, 239 added to my inventory. That's nice. Particularly nice as I do go through quite a few of them. So that's cool. Let's continue the belt on this way. We're done with like the basic construction that we needed to make here. I'm sure there will be other things that I will end up needing to add to the facility, but as it goes, we have the materials we need to start moving our base as far forward as we want. Actually, there's something else I want to set up. Let's get rid of all these. I don't think these are particularly necessary at the moment. I'm going to run this way, and then there should be an assembler machine. I'm not where I need to be. Wait, what do we need to add? So the thing that I'm trying to make is this. So I need to add. We've got the magnetic coil. We need to add some copper to it. Now the copper's all the way down there. So I'm going to just drag you across like this. Now that is not an assembly building separation, so let's put that there like that and figure out how much space is required here. This should definitely put it around this cancel that, put it around this this building here. The Tesla Tower, that's the word I'm trying to look for. Pop you across this way, and then I want you to join up to that. Okay, great. That's exactly as we want it. Beautiful, thank you. I don't know whether we'll actually need to go any further than this one. Maybe this is all we ever need. Because I don't remember if we ever use these magnets for anything else, like ever. But I do know that we use these coils for a lot of stuff. So if we can get production balanced out nice and early, I've run out of these. Let's grab a whole bunch of them. I've also noticed, hey, my robots not the best at getting all the jobs done that I need to get done. I'm just going to stand here for a second. Then on the output, or for the output, I think I should actually say, is we will attempt to get these outputting onto this line here. Do the sorters, my little dudes. That would be really helpful, really handy. Thanks very much. Okay, there we go. And now we should have these being facilitated out here. The magnet input is holding us back, so let's try that. See if we can go quicker. That would be cool. I just threw another loader on there, so hopefully we can double the production rate. Not the money. Power is a problem though. Power is always a problem. Oh no. I need more of these. Okay, that's going to be a thing that we need to do. Make a production facility for those as well. No biggie. What is a little bit of a biggie is I've not left room for my copper production. So maybe at some point we'll end up filling all this in and producing our copper over here. Of course, these are starter base. We never really need to worry about how things are laid out right around here. Okay, so I think now we can finally deal with this thing, the matrix slab. It's wanted us to deal with it for a little while now. I'm going to come along and we're going to produce these blue cubes. Supposedly these hold the secret to life, the universe, and everything. I'm not sure entirely how, but they do. And what we need to do is get ourselves a magnet coil and some circuits here. Dude, really, I'm so fed up of your talking already. Is there a way of turning him off? Is there a way? I would like there to be, but we'll see what's going on. So that goes there, and then you come in here, and we'll figure out how the belt... this is why my belts are up high, by the way, so that any crossings that need to happen on the floor, because we can only build facilities on the floor. If we could build facilities in the sky, I'd probably put all my manufacturing up high. But we can't, so we don't. Okay, let's just make sure all of this is good. Obviously, this is not going to cut it for a circuit production facility, but we'll figure it out somehow, no doubt. Just need to get a whole bunch of production up and running, and then everything should come together for it. Okay, so we've made these blue claws. What are they going to do for us? Well, actually, we need another one of these. I mean, I'm going to make a few of them. 2, 6. Okay, that makes 6 of them. Why do I want 6? Well, you'll find out in a little bit. Don't worry about it. I probably actually wanted to have moved this somewhere else. For convenience, I'm actually going to run a belt this way. I don't know whether that is actually convenient, but I'm going to do it like that. Input 1, input 2, because these have to travel further. It takes some time, right? Like, is that actually? Yeah, that's the bottleneck right there. Beautiful. Okay, so it only took me 43 minutes. That's possibly the slowest I've ever done this, to be able to do this. But I suppose I am talking, being chill, having a good time, stuff like that. We've got another one of these. I did build another one of these. I'm actually going to offset it. Look at that, beautiful. So this one is going to do the actual research for us. Oh, that's amazing. And I'm going to again put this into there. Beautiful. So that's that. I noticed we've got a 96% threat. So what we're actually going to do is come down to weapon systems here. That's the one we're going to do straight away. Look at it go. Look at it go. We are making stuff. It's going to take about 2 minutes to make that stuff. I should imagine mostly because of like power issues. What can we do to make more of these? I don't know. But I am noticing. Oh, we're about to have a big trouble. I know. So look for the dot. They're coming from that direction. It is literally as simple as that. I'm gonna just stand here. I'm gonna wait for them. We could have set up something interesting. But as it stands right now, no, we've not. 3 units incoming. Look at this. We're producing stuff over here, and it's getting used at the same time. That's pretty cool. A little bit of power probably wouldn't go amiss as well. Let's put you there. You there. Close. Are they good? They probably are actually too close to each other, but I'm a little bit worried. Here they come. So if I press C...
Warning. A dark fog planetary base has launched an attack. Icarus is equipped with laser weapon module, which can automatically strike enemies within its range.
So I just grabbed their attention and walked around. And simple as that, right? Simple as that. Here comes the other guy. I unfortunately don't have a way of attacking them outright until they attack me, which, that's fine. Though we will now be trying to fix that when this happens.
Laser weapon module consumes Mecha's core energy for charging. More advanced fuel can increase the fuel chamber's power and the rate of fire of laser weapon module.
Okay, so I needed better power generation to get better laser, and that's easy enough. Definitely bear that in mind for the future. Sorry, just trying to put down enough here. We may or may not have our power needs covered, and I would like that to be a may rather than a may not. Okay, I right-clicked by accident, but we have indeed unlocked the weapons system. So there's something else we need to do right down at the beginning here then. We're going to put you there, and then we're going to go, okay, could we have some materials in, and could we please make bullets? Oh, yes. So very, very important, bullets. I'll even make an extra storage facility for this. Super restricted the amount of conveyor belts and movers and stuff that we made. I'm not going to restrict my bullets that much. There have been multiple times where waiting for the bullets has been the only thing. I might actually, look how slow this is being. Input more inputs. How many inputs can we input? I mean, like many of them. Many inputs. Now, I don't think we're bottlenecked by the inputs. So I can grab these bullets, press C, and then in here somewhere, there we go. Then now I have some actual bullets. That is great. That'll do more damage to them, and more importantly, it will attack automatically rather than waiting. The next thing we need to do, of course, is make some turrets. Now I could set up a whole base, a whole production facility for them. But honestly, I don't need that many turrets. Maybe later on in the game I will, but I want to press shift instead of control. But as it stands right now, I don't need that many. So I'm just going to make like a dozen or so and fill them by hand. I'm not sure this is the best way for this to work out. That's really bad right there. Armor customization though. Been looking for this. Okay, so the yellow, yeah, there we go, that's what we want. Let's bring it to like this color here, a bit darker, a bit more saturated. I like that, thanks very much. This is going to be just like the brightest of bright pinks. I think that's probably the best highlight color to go with there. I like the sky blue, and like this dark needs to be dark, like it needs to be like actual dark. Shall we go with like a yellowy hint to it? Nah, it's going to turn it to charcoal rather than, Ooh, I like that. It's a bit bronzy. We'll go with a bronze frame. The sky blue, I think, is that. Ooh, there we go. It's my face visor. Let's go about there. Can we actually bring it a bit more onto the green tone? I like that. Thanks very much. This color, I don't know what they're trying to do here. Oh, it's my arc reactor. That definitely needs to come more. I mean, should that be sort of greeny blue as well? Maybe more of the green yellow. We got green blue up top, green yellow down below, and then we just need some like bright whites, right? Like bright whites. Ooh, it's my specular. Okay, that's interesting. Can we make that more over here? It's interesting. And then you. What happens if we... Oh, it's the specular on the inside. Okay, that's interesting. Well, there we go. Let's apply that. Thank you very much. Design applied. This is now my look. Sorry it took me so long to pick it up. Okay, so bad guys were coming from over this way. They will almost always come from the same direction every time, or at least in the past, that's what's been going on. So I'm going to put one of these down. I don't have any bullets on. Hold up. I got bullets somewhere. I forgot he called them Gauss Tourette's. It's kind of funny. Okay, you there, and is that all that I've got? Wait, where's the ammo? Shift clicked. Oh, we're not making ammo that quickly. Okay. Whilst waiting for bullets, I went and automated the wind turbine and, of course, the Tesla towers over there. I'm going to grab myself a whole bunch of bullets out and maybe open my inventory, go around and put some more bullets in the machines that need them. And with that, I am going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time, where I'm going to, we're going to carry on expanding the facility. We're going to get the research sorted and, of course, make ourselves entirely safe. Maybe go and have a look at the bad guys on the other side of the planet. But I will see you then when we're going to do that. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget.